Some people spend their whole lives searching for the perfect business idea, something with high profits, low startup costs, and unlimited demand. But the crazy part? Some of the best opportunities are hiding right in front of us, in the most unexpected places. Take this for example. A couple needed a bar for their wedding but didn't want to shell out hundreds of dollars. So they got creative. They grabbed a few pallets, spent just 3 hours putting them together, and spent maybe $20 to $30 on stains and screws. That's it. The result? A beautiful rustic bar that looked like something out of a high-end catalog. But here's where it gets interesting. They aren't the only ones doing this. Go to Facebook Marketplace right now and type in Pallet Bar. You'll see them selling for anywhere from $350 to $500. That's right, free materials, a few hours of work, and suddenly you've got a high-demand product selling for serious cash. Now let's break this down. Pallets, they're everywhere. People give them away because they don't want to deal with them. Just hop on Facebook Marketplace and you'll find stacks of pallets listed for free. Home improvement stores, warehouses, construction sites, they all have more than they need. So let's do the math. A few hours of simple work, free materials, and a few bucks for supplies, turning that into a $400 product? That's a crazy hourly rate. But let's address the biggest excuse people love to make. What if no one buys it? Here's the genius part. You don't need to make one first. Just take a picture of a pallet bar someone else is selling, not to steal their work, but to test the market. Post that listing for $400. If someone messages you wanting to buy it, then you go build it. You get the pallets, put it together in a couple of hours, and boom, instant profit. This isn't theory. This isn't some get-rich-quick scam. This is real money sitting right in front of you, waiting for someone to take it. And the demand? It's bigger than you think. People love these things. Homeowners want them for their backyards. Small business owners want them for events. Restaurants and cafes buy them for pop-up bars. And this is just one product. Once you realize how easy it is to turn free pallets into cash, the possibilities explode. Think about all the other things people are making. Pallet coffee tables, pallet shelving units, pallet furniture sets. Go look at how much those are selling for. Hundreds, sometimes thousands. And here's where this gets really interesting. Once you make that first sale, once you see how fast the money comes in, you're going to start thinking bigger. You're going to start asking, how can I scale this? That's where things get really fun. You could start flipping pallet furniture faster by streamlining your process. If it takes 3 hours to build one bar, what happens when you get a simple assembly line going? You prep the pallets in advance, cut everything in bulk, stain multiple bars at once. Suddenly, you're cutting your build time in half, doubling your output, and making twice the money in the same amount of time. Or maybe you go one step further, hire someone. Find a teenager or a college student who wants to make extra cash. Pay them a fair wage to do the assembly, while you focus on selling. Now, you've got a real business. One that runs even when you're not the one doing the work. And if you're worried about finding buyers, don't be, because Facebook Marketplace is just the beginning. Imagine taking this same idea and moving to platforms like Etsy, where handmade furniture sells for premium prices. Or listing your work on Craigslist, where people specifically look for custom pieces. And let's not forget local businesses. There are bars, coffee shops, and event spaces in every city that want unique rustic decor. A simple pitch, hey, I build handcrafted wooden bars, fully customizable for your space, can land you deals worth thousands. This isn't just a side hustle. This isn't just extra cash. This is an entire business model built on something most people ignore, free wood. And the craziest part, almost no one is doing it. Why? Because they're too busy overthinking. They're stuck in that mindset of, it can't be that easy. But while they're sitting there doubting, someone else is out there right now, picking up free pallets, building simple bars, and flipping them for hundreds of dollars. And once you see the potential, you'll start looking at pallets differently. They won't be just scraps of wood anymore. They'll be opportunities. And here's a little secret. You don't even have to build everything yourself. Once your business gets going, you can outsource. You can find local woodworkers who are happy to build pieces for you at a lower cost than what you sell them for. Now you're just the middleman, connecting buyers with finished products. And what if you take it a step further? Start branding your work, Give your business a name, make an Instagram page, post pictures of finished products, and take custom orders. That's how you go from side hustle to real business. And if you're really thinking big, consider wholesaling. Sell your pallet bars or furniture to wedding planners, event companies, or even boutique furniture stores. One large order can be worth thousands. But here's the thing, none of this happens if you don't start. Most people will hear this and do nothing. They'll keep scrolling, keep dreaming, and keep waiting for some perfect opportunity that never comes. But the ones who take action, they're the ones who win, and right now, this opportunity is wide open. Free materials. High demand. Almost no competition. It's one of the easiest, most profitable side hustles you can start today. Businesses get shipments every single day, and those shipments arrive on pallets. After they're unloaded, those pallets are useless to them. They take up space, they clutter warehouses, and they eventually get thrown out. Most companies are more than happy to give them away for free just to get rid of them. And that's where the opportunity is, because when you take something free and turn it into something valuable, the profit margins are insane. It's why people are flipping pallet bars for hundreds of dollars. It's why pallet furniture is a booming market. It's why some of the most successful handmade furniture businesses started with nothing but a pile of wood that someone else didn't want. And the real kicker? It's not even hard. You don't need expensive tools. You don't need years of woodworking experience. If you can use a drill, a saw, and a paintbrush, you can do this. But let's take this even further. Let's talk about how you can go beyond pallet bars and turn this into a real money-making machine. You already know that people are selling pallet bars for $350 to $500. But what about other high-demand items? Start with pallet coffee tables. These are ridiculously easy to build. Cut the pallet to size, add some legs, stain it, and suddenly you've got a rustic-style coffee table that people will gladly pay $200 to $300 for. Then there are pallet shelves. Minimal materials, simple design, and they sell for $100 or more each. Pallet couches, huge demand. People love the industrial rustic look, and they're willing to spend serious money for custom-built furniture. If you want to see just how big this market is, go to Etsy right now. Search for anything made from pallets, coffee tables, shelves, even simple wall decor. The prices will blow your mind, and the best part? The people selling these aren't using fancy factories. They're just regular people working from their garages, turning free wood into cash. And once you understand that, the game changes. Because now, it's not just about making 1 or 2 pallet bars. It's about turning this into a business. And that means scaling. Let's say you start out by building a couple of pallet bars and flipping them for a few $100 each. At first, you're doing everything yourself, picking up pallets, cutting the wood, staining, assembling, selling. It's a one-person operation. But once you've sold a few, that's when you start thinking bigger. First, you optimize your process. Instead of making 1 bar at a time, you start batch building. You pick up pallets in bulk. You cut multiple bars at once. You set up an assembly line so that you can build twice as fast. Then, you bring in help. Find someone who's looking for extra cash. Maybe a high school kid, a college student, or even a stay-at-home parent who wants a side hustle. Train them to do the basic tasks, cutting, staining, assembling, so that you can focus on selling, because that's where the real money is. And speaking of selling, Facebook Marketplace is just the tip of the iceberg. Start listing on Craigslist, Etsy, OfferUp, anywhere people shop for handmade furniture. Take it a step further and create a simple website showcasing your work. Run a few Facebook ads targeting homeowners who love rustic furniture. And don't forget about local businesses. Restaurants, coffee shops, wedding venues, event planners, they're all constantly looking for unique decor. A single deal with a restaurant that wants custom pallet furniture for their patio could mean thousands in revenue. And here's something most people don't think about: rentals. Instead of just selling pallet bars, why not rent them out for events? Weddings, backyard parties, corporate gatherings. People are already spending big money on event rentals. A $400 pallet bar that you would normally sell, you could rent it for $150 per event. After just a few rentals, it's pure profit. And let's talk about branding. Most people in this space are selling randomly. They throw up a few listings and hope for the best. But the smart ones, they build a brand. Give your business a name. Make a simple Instagram page showing off your work. Post before and after shots, customer reviews, and behind-the-scenes videos of you building the products. This builds trust, and when people trust you, they buy from you. That's how you go from guy selling pallet bars to legit furniture business. And the crazy part? You don't even need a lot of money to get started. You don't need an investor, you don't need a warehouse, you just need some free pallets and a willingness to put in the work. But branding isn't just about a name and social media. It's about standing out. Offer something unique, maybe custom engravings, special finishes, or a signature design style that makes your pieces instantly recognizable. People love to buy from businesses with a story, so share yours. Most people won't do it. They'll hear this idea, they'll get excited for a minute, and then they'll move on. They'll tell themselves it's too competitive, even though demand is skyrocketing. They'll say, I don't know how to do this, even though thousands of free tutorials exist online. And that's why the people who do take action, they make all the money. So the question is, are you going to be the person who watches other people succeed, or are you going to be the one who actually does something? Because this is one of those rare opportunities where everything is lined up in your favor. The materials are free, the demand is massive, the barriers to entry are non-existent. All it takes is one decision, one step, one listing on Facebook Marketplace. And here's the thing, this is just the start. Once you learn how to spot and capitalize on hidden opportunities like this, you'll start seeing them everywhere. That's how real entrepreneurs think. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They take action and create their own success. And if you want more ideas like this, more hidden gems that can turn into serious money, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Because this is just the beginning.